As you guys already know, Bleach Soul Resonance is alive. They made an official announcement that they're coming back in 2025 and I'm really excited. Not only that, their open beta test is coming very soon in China and most likely Global was gonna get it later on. But either way, we are getting Bleach Soul Resonance very soon and I'm super excited about that because I wanted to see the progression they made for over a year. So in today's video, we are gonna go back into looking at the pre-alpha test characters. I already talked about some of the characters already from the pre-alpha test, such as Bankai Form Ichigo as well as Araki Kenpachi. If you guys haven't checked out those videos, definitely check it out. It gives you guys an idea on what the game mechanics and as well as the overall skills look like for each and every single characters in Bleach Soul Resonance. So we are going to continue the series by introducing a new character in this video with Byakuya. Byakuya is absolutely an interesting character because of his Bankai state, and he has so many diverse skills to make it so that he is so freaking powerful. So let's see what we're gonna expect for Byakuya in Bleach Soul Resonance. So in my previous videos, I always talked about like some of these characters in Bleach Soul Resonance have diverse skills where each and every single basic attacks or evasion have like skills built in to even create some crazy combos. And one of the character is Byakuya, because when I look at his descriptions for many of his skills, it's insane. There's a lot going on with this character, and that's why he is considered a top tier character when I actually played him in the pre-alpha test. Let's just take a look at the basic attack alone for this character. There's a lot going around with his normal attack, and he has a basic normal attack on his non-Bankai state as well as a normal attack for his Bankai state. So there's two different variations. So his non-Bankai state, Byakuya continues to like pretty much slash the enemy with Senbon Sakura, dealing X% of damage while accumulating rare Q when hitting. But there is a condition with his normal attack, guys, and basically on the fourth hit, if the enemy is about to attack, he would automatically consume some type of evasion energy, and when you tap the normal attack button again, he would release Flash Blossom. And Flash Blossom, I'm going to talk about later on, is integrated with his evasion. So in his Bankai state, the normal attack actually changes. Byakuya manipulates the Cherry Blossom to deal X% of damage to the enemy. So obviously in his Bankai state, the normal attack is going to be insanely strong. What's really interesting is his evasion, and his evasion has some type of attack as well. When he evades, he uses Flash Blossom. Basically, it's like a flash step. It rushes the enemy sides, releasing several slashes that deals X% of damage, and it increases own rare Q by 30 points. So Byakuya has a built-in skill along with his evasion. Next, I want to talk about the block, and I am pretty much certain that the blocking system is very crucial in Bleach Soul Resonance because it was brought up just recently by the producer, the actual devs, that mentioned that the blocking system is going to be like improved, it's going to be really focused on, and I believe this is the most important part of the gameplay for Bleach Soul Resonance. So for blocking for Byakuya, he activates Soketsu to attack the enemy, dealing X% of damage and gains 50 points of battlefield skill energy. So when you successfully blocked the opponent, the basic attack lights up and also the characters light up. That means that if you want to switch to a specific character, they activate that switch skill, or you could go with the regular counter attack with Byakuya's skill with Soketsu. So one good thing about this skill is that it increases the battlefield skill energy, which is really helpful and you definitely need. I'm going to talk about that later on in this video. So we talked about the basic attack, the evasion, as well as his counter-attack, ability blocking, and all that. So those are crucial stuff, but we got another crucial important skill to talk about, which is his first skill, and that is Scattered Senbon Sakura. So basically, symbols are scattered into countless pieces, surrounding the enemy, dealing X% of damage. And by the way, the damage on this is insanely good. Right now, it's recorded at 700% damage, which is insanely high. I mean, they could change that, but what's really interesting about the skill is you could switch between characters while activating the skill. So you can switch characters on the field, and Byakuya will stay on the field until this attack is fully released. That is the most coolest thing about the skill. So let's say if you want to activate the skill, like let's say if you're against a tough tanky boss and you want to activate the skill and then you switch to a support character, Byakuya is still there dealing damage while your support is doing, you know, crazy things like, you know, healing and stuff and supporting, and obviously. So this is an insane skill. So not only that, when you activate Scattered Senbon Sakura, you're also enhancing the battlefield skill. I don't know too much about that, but there is some connection with the battlefield skill on there as well. So really cool skill that Byakuya has right now, bro. It's insane. So I know I've been talking a lot about the battlefield skill, and the battlefield skill is basically a skill that you guys equip at the character selection screen. You could equip a battlefield skill, inflict some type of status, or have some type of extra effect to be inflicted for the opponent. And for Byakuya, he has his own battlefield skill called the Thousand Blade Funeral. I think that's a translation is pretty off here, but when you release Byakuya's battlefield skill, while reaching its maximum energy, he would create like swords and pierce the enemy within, nailing them firmly on the ground, which deals X% damage, gives it the imprisoned effect for 4 seconds, and inflicts layers of slaughtering seal on the enemy. So basically immobilization, guys. This is pretty much an immobilization skill. Pretty much the way you get the battlefield skill is getting energy, and you get that from various type of skills that the character dishes out. So basically I explained the battlefield skill that can be used by any characters. As I mentioned previously, that this is a skill that could be equipped at the beginning of a battle, right? But what would happen if we use Byakuya's battlefield skill specifically for Byakuya? He changes his battlefield skill. You could use the regular battlefield skill, but there is a different variation. And the way to achieve that is very simple. You have to get all the energy needed to activate the ultimate skill, and that is these Bankai form, Senbon Sakura Kageyoshi. Once you have used that, you go and use your normal attack in his Bankai state, which also replenishes more energy for your battlefield skill. Once you have done that, the battlefield skill changes. You activate Gokei Senbon Sakura Kageyoshi. So there is a shit ton of descriptions for multiple of these skills. I don't know too much about it, but either way, you are dealing crazy amount of damage. There's so many things going around, but that's how you activate his regular Bankai Senbon Sakura Kageyoshi as well as the Gokei version. So that pretty much wraps up everything that I know about Byakuya in the pre-alpha test for Bleach Soul Resonance. Let's see what type of changes or improvements they make for the open beta test, and let me know what do you guys think about the overall build for Byakuya. I feel like he's pretty broken, not gonna lie, pretty freaking broken. So with that, man, hope you guys liked the video. On to the next one, guys. Bye.